So I'm here at my mother's house in Jonesboro, Arkansas. My stepdad lives here too. I don't know if my mother wants to be on camera, so I'm gonna greet her off camera and then we'll see later on. Hey everyone, it's Heather. This is my mother. I'm in Jonesboro, Arkansas for Mother's Day weekend. We're about to go to church, so I'll catch up with you later. But I just wanted to say hi. Hi.
Make the necessary arrangements so you are not embarrassed now, because
Okay, that's cool.
they will ask you to leave or something.
Do you want to tell me a short synopsis of your life? Like you were born in Panama and you came to New York and then now you're here.
Oh, okay.
Because like, I don't know, you always tell me that, so you graduated high school and then you went to college and you didn't go back home for 7 years, so.
Yes, I graduated from Panama. I was born in Panama, and then I went to high school, El Instituto Nacional de Panama, and a year later I went to Puerto Rico. I applied for a student visa, so I got the student visa from the United States. And that's how I was able to go to the Antillean College in Mayagüez, Puerto Rico.
Ooh,
And
Puerto Rico.
yes, I spent there 4 years. And I graduated with a degree of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. And then from there, Gloria was in New York already, so I made plans to go and stay with Gloria in New York. And then at that time, because my father had worked at the American Embassy in Panama, and he retired from there. He was working as a clerk in the American Embassy, a clerk in the post office. Because he retired from there, he had the privilege to apply for the U.S. visa and residency.
Oh.
So after I graduated from Puerto Rico, he started to apply so that he could apply for me. So he applied for the residency, and then when he got it, then he applied for me.
Oh, that's cool.
And I think the whole process took about 3 years. I don't know how that was fast, because that's the 7 years, 4 years in college, and then I went and spent 3 years in New York. And they called me. When they call you for your visa, you go on kind of silly. You have to go to Panama. You have to go to your country.
Okay.
To claim it. That is the process. So that's the time that you go to Panama. So I went to Panama after 7 years.
Okay, that makes sense. Your grandparents, were they both from Panama? Or for all four of them, I mean?
They are. I think my grandfather on my father's side, his parents had come from Germany or something like that.
Wow, that's so cool. Your name is German. Elsa is a German name.
Elsa, yes. That's why I met somebody from Germany, and they told me it's very common in Germany. But when I asked my father about my name, where my name come from, I asked him once, and he said he was sitting on a bus in Panama and he saw Elsa, so he liked that name. And he picked it up.
Oh,
because in Panama in those days, I don't know if they still do it, but they used to decorate the buses with a lot of paintings and names, and they tried to make them very pretty because they were like private buses, or people owned them. So they personalized them, and then the students at the schools, when they take the buses, they will not take the ugly looking buses, they will let them pass because buses are passing, very frequently. So we will let the ugly buses pass and we'll take the good looking ones. And so
that's so funny.
People would decorate their buses so nicely.
So, to get the business.
I don't know.
You have the luxury of dismissing the ugly buses and then
yes.
it's like, oh, that one's pretty, let's take that one.
Yes,
that's
but
cool.
The ugly buses, they make business too because sometimes you don't want to wait, and
depending
on the time of the day, there is so much people on buses. You gotta take whatever you see. Sometimes it's like that.
So what was a cool trend or whatever, a big thing that was going on while you were a teenager in Panama?
Like what? I don't know.
Well,
I usually...
Is there like any fashion trends or... No, I remember you said you went to some march or something, but you didn't even care. It's just everyone was doing it. Or I don't know, whatever.
But I don't know if you were talking about like demonstrations, like the schools, they have a lot of students involved in politics and fighting against the government, and they seem to be so knowledgeable about the politics. And they were high school students.
Oh, really?
And my school was really located like across from the canal zone, the whole area, not the canal itself, but there was a lot of demonstration and people talking about Panama is sovereign in the canal zone. That was before the canal zone was transferred to total leadership by the Panamanian government.
Oh, okay.
So there was a lot of fight against the U.S. government because they were saying that the canal zone belongs to us.
Oh.
So my school was always involved in that, the students, and every year around the independence of the United States, the 4th of July, the students at my school will go on a demonstration around the university, not the university, but the embassy of the United States. They will go with spray cans, spray paint, and they will graffiti all around the embassy, and then the embassy will just paint it white again every year.
I was about to ask, do they ever get in trouble or anything?
I don't think so, but I think they since then they fence it. Soon after, I witnessed it once, and then finally the embassy fenced it, so you could not just go have free access to the place. So I think that costume has stopped.
Okay, well, last topic. You learned English like really well.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Because you started learning it in your adult life, and usually that's really hard for people, but you still have your Panamanian accent, which I think is beautiful. I don't think you should lose it or anything. But
yes, I don't know what accent I have, because even when I go to Panama, they ask me, oh, where are you from? They don't, okay, I'm from here. So no.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
So
interesting.
I
think I have the same issue too. I don't even know where my accent comes from. Because Memphis people ask me all the time where I'm from. And then I say, I guess I'm from New York, but really I grew up in St. Thomas, and I don't have that accent, so I don't know. But how hard was it learning English, or was it, diligent?
It has to be a desire that you have. And in my case, I decided to, when I first moved to New York after I graduated from college, and I was, at that point I was 25, I think I was 25. I decided to get involved with the English community, like going to church. Instead of going to a Spanish-speaking church, I chose to go to an English-speaking church. And at first I didn't understand anything, but I would keep going, and I will try to sing along. And then little by little, I started to understand what was going on. And I will read the newspaper, some sections of the newspaper, and I will read with a Spanish-English dictionary, and whatever I didn't understand, I will look it up. And then when you do that, you notice that you don't have to look for the word that frequently, because those words, they keep repeating. Believe it or not, so I came across the same words over and over. So it became like easier reading the paper, because I could remember the meaning of many of the words, and watching TV, the soap operas, and that you could follow. And then the Family Feud. I like Family Feud because they kept repeating the same question over and over.
Oh yeah.
So if I didn't understand it the first time, I knew they were going to repeat it, and then they put the answer on the board, so it let me see, when they say an answer, if it is correct, you will see it on the board. So things like that I did.
That's cool. Who was the host back then? Do you remember?
I don't remember his name. I was trying to.
I guess you know his face.
Richard something. And I think I saw him recently in an old show. And yes, he used to kiss all the ladies in the mouth.
On the mouth? Oh my goodness.
Yes, just a little snap kiss.
A little peck.
Peck kiss, yes. And I know some of them. Once in a while, one lady would just shake his hand. So I guess she had said, "Don't kiss me."
Oh man. Well, that's cool. I admire how, all the things you've accomplished, speaking English and everything. I need to learn Spanish like you learn English. Necesito aprender español. Yo sé un poco de español, pero no está perfecto.
Bueno, lo hiciste bien.
Sí, necesito ir a Panamá por un año, más o menos.
Sí.
But, all right. Thanks for this impromptu interview I gave you. I don't know if we're going to do more things like this tomorrow when it's actually Mother's Day.
Oh.
But yes, for you all watching, I should have done this at the beginning. This is my mother. She came from Panama, and you've just heard a little bit of her background, which I always think is so fascinating. All right. See you next time. I don't know what else we're going to get into. Bye.
See, they are growing cabbage.
These are onions?
These ones are onions. And this one like this is cabbage. Oh, okra.
Okra.
Yes. This is okra, and these are macaroni peppers, and this is cabbage. What is this? Wow, they are growing from the time I plant them.
When did you plant them?
About 2 weeks.
It's nice. I can't wait to eat your vegetables.
Yeah. These are like some nice decorative leaves.
And decorated.
Yes, and these are the tomatoes. They are growing, they're growing fast.
That's so cool. You have a
cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe.
This is cantaloupe, and look over here, watermelon. Which one is the watermelon?
Wow, watermelon's not going to fit in the bucket. Or is it over here?
Is this a watermelon?
That's so cool.
Okra.
Okra.
Is this a watermelon? I don't know.
Well, we'll find out once they start growing. Zucchini. Ooh,
wow,
that's my favorite.
It's growing a lot. Okay, let's see.
Yeah. Awesome. chords. I wish I could do like, I'm gonna practice. I'm gonna get this song down. Hey everyone, I don't know if you can see me at all, but I made it home to Memphis. It's 8:30 at night. I had so much fun with my mother in Jonesboro, spending Mother's Day with her. And I don't know, she's an awesome woman. I know this video is gonna come out super late, but happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. You all are incredible. All right, bye. I'll catch you in the next one. Yep. I gotta film my life.